got her. She's on. How's it
It's
going?
good. I can finally see and I can hear you. So perfect.
Good, good stuff. Well, definitely happy to hear you people. We got Brittania Jones in the house. Beautiful, beautiful, multi-talented, and I'm looking forward to this interview. So, I know you're in LA. I'm in New York City. Why don't you tell people a little bit about who you are? What are you doing right now? What's important to you? Just let us know a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Brittania. Like you said, I'm a professional dancer. I've been in LA for 10 years. I'm originally from Texas. So I've been in LA for 10 years, chasing a dream, actually, living my dreams for 10 years. And now, I'm a choreographer. I also have my own brand, my own, twerk shop, and I also am into Forex now.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're gonna get all into that, definitely, definitely. But let's start, in Houston. You're from Houston, right?
Dallas.
Dallas, Dallas. Are you a Cowboy fan?
I'm not really a football fan at all, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's all good. It's all good. But most people from Dallas, they love the Cowboys. But
My whole family Cowboys fans. My whole family.
I hear you. So let's talk about being in Dallas. And most people, really think, moving to LA is a brave move, and I'm sure that it was a little risque for you. How did your family feel about that? And more importantly, what did you feel about making that move out to LA to pursue your dreams?
So as a kid, I always knew what I wanted. As a kid, I always knew I wanted to be entertainment. I always knew this is what I'm gonna be, and it's just what it is. So with my family, they've always been supportive of that. So when I was a kid, they kept me in dance classes, they kept me traveling, they kept me active. So once I was ready to leave, it was just really natural. They were just like, whatever you want, baby girl, go ahead and go for it. And they supported me in every way.
No, that's
Now,
amazing.
yes, they literally my family supports me in every single thing that I do. So
Right.
anything that I choose to do, as long as it's good and I'm doing it with a pure heart, they
hmm
support me.
So once again, for our viewers, I just want you to know that this is actually a very, very special show, mainly because you are literally our very first interview on Power Moves. And what Power Moves is we analyze the moves of people that are not necessarily at their apex yet, but are heading there. So we heard a lot about the wonderful things you're doing. You're killing it on the choreography level. We're definitely going to show some of your work and definitely let the people see that. So that's going to be awesome. But in addition to that, it's really about letting people know who you are and getting a deeper insight into your goals, your desires, and where you're going, right? Because sometimes we just see people and they'll be like, oh, they were overnight success, but they really don't. People don't know the struggles and what went on behind the scenes. So really appreciate you for jumping on board and just
Thank you for having me.
yeah, working with the technical difficulties. We're gonna make it. At the end of the day, we're gonna have a dope product. It's gonna be an amazing show, and I'm really, really excited to do a deep dive and figure out really what else is going on in your world. So one of the key things that I really like going through your page, despite the fact that we're going through an awful, awful time right now in our country. Are you safe out there? I noticed that you have been involved in some of the protests. Talk to me about what you've been experiencing, what you've been seeing. Has it been violence? Has it been police brutality? Anything like that? Talk to me about what you're seeing out there in LA now.
I decided to go to the protest yesterday only because this whole week my emotions have just been everywhere, just seeing everything on social media. I've been very emotional this whole week and I just wanted to go and stand for something, and I'm just like, it's my right. Like I'm going to this protest so I can walk for my brother, so I can walk for my uncles, my cousins, my friends, for myself, And when I was there, it was peaceful. It was very peaceful. There was hundreds of people there. And what I experienced at the protest was a very peaceful protest. Everybody coming together, everybody showing love. And as soon as I got home, we had a peaceful protest for hours. No one was posting about it, talking about our peaceful protests. No one was doing that. That wasn't all over the news. The peaceful part of it was not all over the news. We literally started the protest at 12 and I left around 5. It was peaceful for 5 hours. When I go home, now all of a sudden, I didn't get to experience the riots. I didn't get to experience the police brutality because at this point I was at home, but now I'm seeing it on my timelines, and I'm just like, it did not get hectic until the police came. Once the police came to the protest, that's when everybody started, being bullied.
Yeah. So was it anything while you were there during the peaceful portion of the protest? Talk to me about the racial makeup. What was it looking like in LA? Because I was able to witness some things in New York. I just wondered what it was like in LA.
There was mixed. It was a lot of, LA is very diverse. It was a lot of different races there. There was low-key more different races than just us.
Right.
It was very diverse. As you could see in my stories, most of the people that were around me were of different race.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. That's really, really interesting. And as it plays out, because what happened in Atlanta yesterday, that I don't know if you got a chance to witness what happened at the CNN building, where they literally had these cops pinned. That was pretty harrowing experience. But stay safe out there. Definitely stay safe, because
Thank you.
yeah, your bright star definitely needs you to keep shining. So as we pivot from that, I definitely want to acknowledge that, because that's what we're going through right now, right? All these cities are really going through all of this emotion, anger, a lot of, we're tired of seeing it, but at least something needs to be done. So, but as we pivot to that, we really have to focus on what are we going to do beyond that. So I wanted to ask you, what are some of the plans that you have? I know maybe you're involved in some maybe community activities, but what are some of the things, practical things that you see are possible solutions for what this country is experiencing right now?
I feel like as far as the solution, really, we have the higher ups, like the people with more power need to come together and actually use their voice more.
Mm-hmm.
Use their voice more for the communities, because obviously rioting is not the way, but if we all come together, no matter the status, I feel like we could think of something to actually help what's going on. Even just non-Black people, just anybody that has a powerful voice with people that actually follow them and would listen to what they do. If we have a solution to actually broadcast it through the higher ups, so even people would listen.
Right. Now I hear you. Have you been in touch? And I'm sure you got maybe some homegirls back home in Dallas. Have you spoke to them about this situation? Have you do you know what's going on back home where your parents are?
Yes. So when the protest happened in Dallas, my mom was actually at a hotel looking at it. So she called me and she was just like, it's a lot going on right now. Like, I'm scared. They were breaking in windows. They were starting fires. And my mom was literally in the middle of it. She was protected, but she was in the middle of all of the chaos. And it's just like, what are we supposed to do? It's not okay to riot and it's not okay to loot, but what is something else that we need to do to show them that this is real, this is happening? Can you understand us? Can you feel our pain? But it's like, they don't, because they, 9 times out of 10, they don't really care, or they just can't, it's just like, if you didn't go through something that someone else didn't go through, you can't really feel them. But the most you could do is just help, try to help their situation.
Do you remember in Dallas, it was a few years back, where there was actually similar rioting taking place in Dallas, and it was actually a police officer that was killed. Do you remember that, or you don't maybe remember that? No, yeah, it was a while ago. It It was a while ago, but I just wanted to do the dichotomy of what you thought about that. But it's really interesting, and I'm gonna move on from that topic. But I'm really impressed by, number one, what you've done and the courage that you've shown, not only to go out there and support the community, support the movement. You've done a brilliant job of that, and I'm looking at your Instagram and I'm seeing that you're in the struggle. So but I want to pivot to your talents. I want the people to really understand what it's like leaving Dallas, going to LA. Talk about some of your fears. Talk about some of the struggles that you've had to get to, because most people don't even get the impact that you've been able to do. You're able to continue to work, and you've been involved in a number of projects. Tell us about those projects.
So, first of all, my experience, my emotions that I've, just things that I've overcame within being myself. So, I first moved straight out of high school. I lived in New York first to train in the industry, and just that experience alone was scary. Like, it takes someone, you have to have lots of faith to just say, okay, bye, I'm leaving, with no family, with nothing. So when I first left, I cried every day for 2 weeks straight. I was so homesick, but I had a goal and I knew exactly what I wanted. So I knew I'm not going back to that, because I just have to grow through this pain, So I moved to LA, and it was a different ball game, honey. I grew up with all yes men. I would get every part that I auditioned for. I would get anything, first place. That was me. I was that girl in Dallas, As soon as I moved to LA, my mom had to sit me down and just like, okay, this is a different world. If you get a no, it's okay.
Right.
In LA, honey, it hit me. I was like, what is this? I got so many no's. I didn't have a look. I just really persevered through it because I wanted it so bad, but I went through depression. I went through body dysphoria. Like, I went through losing friends. I went through bad relationships, being in an abusive relationship, overcoming not loving myself throughout all of this to become who I am today. Because, in the industry, this is a hard industry. They want one person. You have to look like somebody else. You have to look the part for somebody else, not for you. You have to look the part for somebody else. So in LA, that was that has been a big struggle for me. Not now, because I fully love myself. I know who I am now at the age of 27. But imagine a 19-year-old who don't know themselves yet. They're going to do whatever they can. I used to starve myself. I used to do all these things to try to fit into the industry so I could get a job, But now I'm at a place in my life where no, if you want me to do this job, you're going to take me for me. I'm not about to stress myself. I love myself enough to where I don't have to do that. So now my mind is, God, if it's for me, let it flow. And if it's not for me, keep it away. So now I just really just let God lead the way. And if it's for me, it's for me. I don't get angry if I don't get a job. It wasn't for me. That's okay. Whatever I'm booked at, whatever I get booked for is because it was in alignment with where I'm going and what I worked for in the past, what I worked so hard for in the past,
Absolutely.
So, that's literally like, just my journey in LA a little bit. Nothing's perfect. Everybody sees the glitz and the glam, but they really don't understand the person and what they go through mentally,
Right.
So, I've came a long way. Mentally, I'm good. Now my accomplishments, I've been working so hard. Oh my gosh, 2 years in LA, I've worked with Drake, Future, Meek Mill, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, City Girls, Gunna, Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Trainor, award shows, tours around the world. I did a Netflix show that came out in 2019. That was my first co-star role, acting and dancing. I choreographed, big videos. So it's just like everything that I went through, it just, it all paid off.
Killing it. You're killing it out there. So talk to me about your influences. Who influenced you, your style? Where do you get that from?
Influences. I don't really know if I just have any. I would say I have an influence on why I'm an entertainer. Why I'm an entertainer? Because of my grandmother. She was the entertainer of our family, and once she passed, I feel like I just automatically was able to fulfill exactly what she was fulfilling. I'm the only one in my family that's an entrepreneur, that's a, entertainer that actually left home and chased a dream, So, my mom is an influence for me, I look up to her, she's my best friend. She's an influence. She's another reason why I do what I do, why I keep pushing every day. My little brother is an influence. My dad, my family is my influence because they're the reason why I keep going every day. If it wasn't for my mother, if it wasn't for my brother, my family, I don't know where I would be. Honestly, I don't see, if it wasn't for my family, I don't know who or what I would be. I don't think I would have made it this far without them,
Right. That's dope. So one of the things that I really admire about you is just that it is the ability to just keep going, the ability to follow your passions. I've done that myself in terms of opening a business and then just keep going because you really never know when that breakthrough moment is gonna happen. And usually what happens is like a domino effect. Like one thing jumps off, then two or three other things jump off, and then things start to pick up. So kudos for you on that. The one of the things that I really want people to know is you are very talented, and you have you're a dancer, choreographer, all of that, but you also are very smart, you're very intelligent. You have this Forex experience, and one of the things that people may be surprised and shocked about is the skill set of Forex. Now, I'm a trader, but I just dabble in and out of stuff. I'm a real estate guy. That's really what it is.
Okay.
So I have no knowledge about Forex. I know what it is, but it's just not my thing. It's just not how I make money. Talk to us about that. Give us a little, a couple minutes of a backdrop of what that is so you can educate our audience and let them know exactly what Forex trading is.
Okay, so I've elevated so much in the matter of time of me doing this. I've elevated as a businesswoman. The way I speak, the way I walk, it's just so crazy. So what Forex pretty much is, it's a foreign exchange market. And a lot of people compare it to the stocks, which is completely different. Stocks, you put your money in and you let it sit over time. Now with Forex, we're pretty much able to buy and sell in the market every day. Why? Because it's a $6.6 trillion market every day. Now, this is a skill. This is an Ivy League skill. So what I'm in, they actually teach us how to trade, and only 3% of the world trades for that reason, because it is an Ivy League skill. But, once you get a hold of it, literally, I sit in my bed and I can make $600 to $3,400 in one day just by trading in one day, And there's different types of traders, with trading, you're pretty much trading currencies. You're trading currencies. You're trading different currency pairs, and you're also trading indices, which is gold, Bitcoin, oil, all of those things. So in this market, you can make money Sunday through Friday trading currency pairs, and on the weekends you can make money trading indices. So it's like there's money Sunday through Sunday. We work with different market, London. We work with all of the banks. So London, Tokyo, New York. That's why we have so much access to the money, because we have access to all of the banks. So pretty much, it's with stock, if it goes up, you lose money. If it goes down, you may lose. But so in the stocks, if it goes up, you make your money. But if the stock goes down, you lost money, right? With trading, you could do a buy. If the market goes up, you're making money, right? Okay, so you're like, okay, what about if the market goes down? If the market goes down in Forex, you could do a sell and you can make money. So it's like in the Forex game, in the trading game, if you got the sauce, you can make money while it's going up and while it's going down. So it's like a
You can do that in the stock. You can do that in the stock market too. It's the same. It's the same principle.
Okay.
Yeah. So stock market is more like you can get options, and if you ever heard about them shorting a stock, it's the same principle. I'm sure. I'm
Okay.
assuming they're probably, but absolutely 100%. So how as is it? Do you feel that it's really the success of the Forex? Have you been successful at it?
Yes. So now I'm actually getting residuals from it every
Good.
day. I wake up to the residuals every day. And I'm also a mentor now, so I'm able to teach people how to make money.
Good stuff. So then I guess that leads me to IM Academy, right? That's what it is. So tell people about IM Academy and a little bit, we mentioned the Forex. People want to know specifically, and you gave some great color to the fact that, literally you can stay at home and make $600 a day, which most people, especially during COVID, aren't doing. So
Right.
talk to me about what you teach in IM Academy and how could other people get involved and find out more information to follow up on this interview.
Okay, so perfect. IML Academy is actually my favorite part about this. Pretty much what IML Academy is Forex for Dummies. So when I first and even thought about investing my money for an extra stream of income, we sometimes, I wasn't taught how to invest money and how to deal with money. Now, what IML Academy does, it teaches you the basics on how to trade. It literally gives you all the sauce. It teaches you the basics. It gives you like 7 different strategies that you can use to make money. We have this thing called the harmonic scanner, which pretty much what the banks use. It's a $200,000 software, and that pretty much gives us trades, or that gives us, access to what the market is doing. So we know exactly when to make money from a trade, right? But really the best part about IML Academy is we have access to the millionaires that are master traders. We actually have access to them. So in this academy, we pull up a schedule Monday through Friday, and it's the master trader schedule. All we have to do is go to their schedule, write it in our schedule. They'll go live and they'll show us how to trade like them. And they'll also give us signals to put into our trade so we can make the money that they're making. So it's like a bonus. It's like I'm learning how to trade, but while I'm learning how to trade, I'm also earning because they're giving me trades to put in my
So
it's actually really great.
So how do people follow up on that? How do people get a chance to learn? I mean, someone like me, how do I join the academy and learn? Do you teach it, or is it just a program that you have?
Okay, so what I do is I have a link. So if you could reach out to me on Instagram and let me know that you're ready. We can hop on a call and talk in detail about it, exactly like what it is.
Let people know your Instagram. Let people know your Instagram just in case that real quick.
Instagram is at B_Jones6.
Cool. There it is. B_Jones6. Definitely. Okay. Instagram people. And if you're interested in Forex, that's the woman that you want to see. She's doing incredible things. Definitely out there. So as we pivot, let me just tell you a little bit about what I do. I'm a real estate developer, but I'm also the co-founder of a startup. And one of the things that we do is we help entrepreneurs such as yourself. Basically, we either invest or we figure out ways that help your business. So my question to you would be, if I could give, let's say if I'm gonna leave it open-ended, right? And normally I'm gonna try this on every single guest that we have on the show. But what amount of money would you need right now to take your startup to the next level? It doesn't have to be the Forex. It can be entertainment related. It can be another idea that you have. Talk to me about, because one of the things that we do, B, is I'm part of a group. We have a number of millionaires in that group, and what we do is we literally take people, such as yourself, and we invest in them, right? If we believe in the idea and the concept. So right now, the question it really is you're an entrepreneur, you're doing your thing, you're definitely on the projectile, but what dollar amount would you need to basically level up your business?
Hmm. You know, I would say I'm thinking of dance aspects, Forex aspects. Right now, dances, I would say I just don't like I know it's so hard. I'm just like,
Yeah, just pull a number out of the air then. Just guess. How about that? Just guess.
1,000.
1,000.
I don't
All
know.
right, great. So $1,000. Now, we're gonna raise $1,000 for you. That's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna raise $1,000 for you, and then we're gonna follow the journey. So the next question is, what are you gonna do with $1,000? And and if it's a loan, how long do you need to pay that 1,000 back once we invest 1,000?
I feel like with that, what I would do is I would actually put it in my Forex account and be able to actually trade with more amounts of money so I could actually give back to my business.
I hear you. That's awesome. All right, well, that's what we're gonna follow up on, right? So now I have a company. It's a fintech company. It's called Money Avenue. Literally, we are going after. First of all, we lend on everything. We lend on whether it's $500 all the way up to $100 million. We're a full-fledged bank, and what I am going to do is I am going to open an account with Money Ave with you. We're going to give you a line of credit for $1,000, right? That $1,000 line of credit can be used for whatever you use it for. But what I want you to do is basically give us a return for that money, or whatever returns that you make. Come back on, and I want you to talk about your experience in doing that. Fair enough?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, well, listen, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I thought it was an incredible interview. We got some great insight into B. Jones, and it's like you're doing some amazing things. And I look forward to the future. Definitely look forward to the future. So
Thank you so much for having me.
you got it. I just want you to be safe out there, and we'll follow up. Maybe we can, do this again or do a live or something else like that. All right?
Love to.
Awesome.
Love to.
Well, you take care and be safe. Have a good one.